our third video on our 4-part series on the glutes, the booty. It's all about the booty. So we're going to go with some single leg variations, and hopefully you've had time to go through those hip flexor stretches and the glute activations that we did last week. So now we're going to take you into a single leg variation because most people have already done the double leg stuff.
Yep.
So we want to make it a little bit harder, you know, so that single leg stuff is going to be a little bit more challenging. So Cody's going to take me through the process to, improve my glutes, because it's always about the booty.
Oh boy.
It's always about the booty. If you ask me, it's always about the booty.
Alright guys, so we're going to talk about some single leg RDLs, alright? So like Tracy already talked about, most people have done double leg or your traditional RDL or deadlift variation. But putting yourself on a single leg changes the name of the game quite a bit. Obviously your balance becomes much more involved here. Glutes, as far as your glutes are concerned, it really helps balance your glutes. So generally we'll have a tendency to want to shift towards our strong side. That side will just automatically do the work when we're in a bilateral or a double leg position. So it's really good to throw in single leg variations into your workouts. So single leg RDL. So first thing we're going to talk about, a little bit of a change that we've made in our programming is the traditional single leg RDL. You guys generally have seen going down and that leg goes up behind you. Alright, so what we have changed is we've gone to RDL where you keep that leg down. So the up leg doesn't actually go up behind you. So we keep it down, it's still off the ground, so you're still balancing on one leg, but as Tracy shows here real quick, it stays down near the other leg. The reason for that is we came across a study that they did that actually having that leg up behind you increases your biceps femoris activity, which is one of your hamstrings, which that one kicking on tends to also kick on the biceps femoris on the down leg. So we don't want those guys doing most of the work. We want to get more glute activation while we're doing these, and we don't want your hamstrings to do most of the pulling. So we really want to be able to kind of isolate that glute and get it a lot more involved in our hinge movements. So we've switched to doing this variation with our programs, and it's really kind of changing the name of the game for our clients and our athletes. So definitely give this guy a try. All right. So what are some common common errors we see, and what are some of the benefits of doing the leg down in your single leg RDL? So, all right, so if you think of your traditional RDL, all right, so Tracy's going to demonstrate these as we go through them. As people go through, what they have a tendency to do is they want to just move forward with their shoulders, and then they get up into that toe. This leg kind of loses, it kind of stays down here, and you don't really have a whole lot of body awareness going on. Things are kind of all over the place. When you keep that leg down, if you go forward, you're going to fall over, so because you don't have the counterbalance behind you. So this is going to help you sit back into that hip a little bit more, which is going to increase your glute activity. All right. The next thing is when people go, they want to turn that toe out and then open up their hips towards the side. So once we go into that position, the glute on that down leg has shut up. We're not really doing a whole lot with that glute now. Where obviously when we keep that leg down, we can't open up because that leg is kind of blocking us from turning. So it's a really good way of keeping those hips parallel to the floor, again, increasing that glute activity. The next thing is rounding your back. So a lot of times people will do their RDLs, rounded upper back, rounded lower back, whatever the case is. But having that leg stay down while you do your RDL, again, it really promotes that good hinge movement. And then now you really just got to focus on packing those shoulders back, and so your T-spine stays flat, not rounded, versus really worrying about that lumbar spine, because now you don't have that ability to kind of round, because it really helps you hinge much more effectively. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is actually how to perform the new single leg RDL version. All right, so we'll have Tracy demonstrate things. A couple of things you really want to focus on as you get set up and you start to pull that foot off. You really want to focus on finding a focal point, something to stare at, somewhere around 10, 12 feet out in front of you. That way you can keep that sort of full alignment while you're going through the movement. All right. The next thing is you really want to focus on that hinge. We've talked about this a number of times. You want to hinge back. You're gonna feel your foot working pretty hard on this. You're going to have to kind of relearn things and use those proprioceptors in your foot to kind of figure out where things are at. If we don't really hinge the best, what we're gonna have tendency to do, like we talked about, is you're gonna want to tip forward. Well, your foot's gonna have to make up for that, so you're gonna feel it a lot in your foot until you really figure out how to hinge and sit back into that hip. So that's why we really like this one, because again, it's really helping teach that hinge pattern. But basically, as Tracy goes down, her arms are hanging. You really want to focus on what your hands are doing. So you'll notice as she goes down, she's going to go to knee, and then she's going to come back up. So basically, limiting that range of motion, learning how to do things. All right, and then you can go down to about mid-shin once you get a little bit more comfortable. Then coming back up. And again, once you're more comfortable, you can go mid-shin, or excuse me, all the way down to ankle on this. So then that way we're increasing and controlling that range of motion as you get a little bit better and more controlled, and you feel more comfortable as far as the balance side of things go. Well, the butt's working. All these, all your typical cues as far as an RDL stay in place. Lumbar spine stays nice and flat, shoulders are packed back. We want to make sure we're not rounding and reaching towards that, mid-shin, ankle, knee, wherever you're going to. You want to keep that circle alignment as well, so keep that chin tucked back. Make sure you're not cranking on the neck, trying to look straight forward as you're going down into your RDL. So as you get used to this, and some people, like we talked about that foot working really hard, some people have a tendency to want to try to almost think and grab the ground because they're trying to work on, using their toes to keep themselves balanced, and they'll get a cramp in their arch because they're doing that. Really focus on keeping those toes flattened out. If it helps, you can take your shoes off. Do it without shoes, so now you don't have your shoes have a correction to them, so you don't have that playing a role in your single leg RDL, and now your foot's really feeling exactly what's going on the ground. So that can help with that a little bit as well.
Alright guys, that concludes our third video on our 4-part series on the glutes. Make sure that you do these slowly, so don't go so fast.
Yep.
The first thing you're gonna wanna do is add weight.
Yep.
That's always the first thing you wanna do, or you wanna go all the way to the floor.
Yep.
So go slowly when doing this. And a good question that was asked to me is, why do we work single leg stuff? So
Good question.
it's a very good question, but we want to make sure that we work both parts of the body, because one is always dominant, as Cody said,
Yep.
and it will take over. So you want to make sure that your body is trained in both sides, so you're equally strong.
Yes.
And that's important.
Definitely.
If you have any questions, you know where to find us. 105 West Milwaukee, down here, downtown Janesville. Otherwise, you can give us a call, send us an email, Instagram, Facebook, website,